What's up, you guys? We're here today. We're gonna do a what's in my bag. I know I've had a lot of requests for this over the past few weeks, and just to let you know, I'm not ignoring you. We're doing this today, all right? This is my camera bag. I do shoot with the EOS 80D. That is the one. It's my baby. I know it inside and out. I do have a backup camera. This is the Kodak Bantam F8. It has done me a lot of good. I do have the teleconverter for it, so this works very well if you're shooting like sports or nature photography. This is a must-have. Sometimes I get hungry when I'm out shooting. You know, I have a gig, it takes 8, 9, 10 hours. I do get a little hungry. So pro tip, when you pack your trail mix, put a little cat food in with the garlic, and it keeps it fresh. We do have the Pro Audio component as well. This is the Olympus Pearl Quarter J300. It's crystal clear audio. It does add a little grain, but I find that adds a little bit of nostalgia, especially if you're doing an older couple's wedding. Eject this tape here, pop this right in your PC or MacBook. Simple as that. Upload that the raw audio. This is lossless. It's a FLAC file. We also have, you never know. You never know. I have a few of these extra ones in case, you know, I need to expand on the fly my compartments here. I do have a dirty white glove. If it doesn't fit, you must equip. I got a hook, you know, in case you need to combine some things. So like if you need to connect this right to your gear, you don't have to, no messing around with this one. You just connect it right to the side. Saved my butt. Saved a couple, you know, weddings. All right, I do have a glass cup full of pistachio shells. That's pro tip. Peter McKinnon, he recommended this. And then also I have the Cum de la Gras, my favorite, Tiki Masala summer sauce. It is from my journey to India, Indian section of Aldi. Real good stuff. 70 calories. You can recycle this. It does have the EF mount. Yeah, you just squeeze this right on out, pop it right on. Man, a firm grasp. Especially let it harden in the sun overnight, crusts around the edge, that's not coming off.
Real good stuff. It's really cool to always look at other people's gear because you can learn a lot from what they're using and their style of photography, and it kind of compared to yours, you can kind of learn off of each other. We're gonna take a look at the stuff that I've got in my bag. So I've got a little bit of a different arsenal than Harley does. I tend to shoot more street photography. I like to shoot a lot of like swimming events, and I have a lot of plants growing in my backyard, so I like to film that a lot. So for that stuff, first thing we've got in here is Harvest Moon 64 for the N64. They actually started coming out with these with a re-release that lets you get 64 stops of dynamic range for those of you who can't really afford, you know, like red cameras, cinema cameras, like ARRI cameras. So that way you can still get professional photo and video out of your DSLR. I've got a box of playing cards in here, but I actually lost the cards downtown, so just in case I ever find them. We've got a couple other things in here. So the royal wedding that just happened yesterday is this is actually brass knuckles that I stole from the Queen of England. I just kind of snuck in there and grabbed it. I figured it might be kind of a cool, kind of like a prism, you know, people use that kind of stuff. Other things we got in here, I got a lens cap. Let's see, this is probably the coolest thing I've got in here. So Panasonic just came out with these lens cloths. They're a little bit hipster, but they work really well. I mean, if I, you know, you can just, there's a lot of surface area to it, so you can, it's pretty easy to clean your glasses with, clean your lenses. You can use it for all sorts of shit. And then the last thing I've got in here is a Canon 50mm 1.8. We've got the new Rust-Oleum lens cleaner with the proprietary lens cloth. So let me show you guys how that actually works. All right, so we're gonna go over here so we don't get any on that bench, but what you can basically do is shake this shit up. Oh, pop that off. And you just get a little bit in there. You know, you just get a little bit. You don't need a whole lot. You just need just a little bit. Just like, you spray that in there a little bit. You do a little, and then you take the lens cloth, and well, you gotta let this dry a little bit. But there you go. So now you can take the lens cloth and you can just kind of, you know, you wipe that out of there. You get all the dust and dirt, all the grime off of it. You got to make sure, see, when you're shooting with these kind of Pro Series L lenses, you really have to make sure that there's no smudges on there, because you don't want to shoot a wedding and then come back and look at it in post and then realize, holy shit, I've got smudges, I got dirt all over my lenses. I didn't realize it. So you just kind of wipe that off. And that's it. Good as new.
Thanks for joining us. Please like or subscribe if you like what you saw here today. We're really trying to be an educational channel, and just for those up and coming photographers, teach them the ins and outs of photography. I've been doing this for almost 3 weeks now, so I think that I have quite a grasp on the photography. If you learned anything today, try not to overwhelm the comment section, because we're gonna have a lot of people saying how much they love this video. I just had an older Hispanic woman the other day approach me telling me how much I helped her kids out. It was unrelated to photography.
I always carry flippers with me pretty much everywhere I go. A lot of people talk about, you know, if you really want to get that neat dynamic shot, you've got to get really, really low to the ground. I figure why not go a little bit further than that if you are out in an area with a lake, a pond, maybe you're at the YMCA, you can get these flippers with you. They're actually made by ProMaster. They're aftermarket ones. Canon doesn't sell these anymore. And you can use these to go underwater. It's actually a lot easier for your photos.